Hello guys, let's look at Kcse 2025 Predictor series in paper 1 where I'll be taking you through questions and answers. State 2 reasons why computers are better than human beings in data processing in banking sector. 2 marks. So this question comes from application areas of computer studies or ICT in Form 1. So what is the expected answer? Why are computers better than human beings in processing bank data? Answer: computers work very fast, that is faster than humans. Computers don't make mistakes like human can when doing wrong calculations. Then the next question is posted to us. List 3 main roles of a system analyst in an organization. 3 marks. Then the next question is state 3 reasons why USB has gained popularity than other storage devices. Also that one is 3 marks. So here, what does a system analyst do? Answer: they study the business needs and problems, designs solutions using computer systems. They talk with users and programmers to make the system better. So guys, here you'll notice that this question comes from careers, that is in Form 4, and also comes from system development, that is in Form 3, whereby we study who is a system analyst. Remember, a system analyst is a guy who studies business needs and problems and comes up with computerized solutions. Then, why is USB more popular than other storage devices? So we have the answers here, guys. We have that they are small and easy to carry. That is very true. You can carry around your flash disk or your USB. It holds a lot of files. You can get a flash disk of up to 64 GB plus. Works with many computers, that is, it is compatible with many other gadgets. Then we have list 3 surveys offered by the internet in education sector. We have 1 mark. Explain briefly how ICT will help CBC teachers to ease teaching and learning in junior high school. 2 marks. So here we have the answers provided. We have the answers provided, guys. That how does the internet help in education? We have students and teachers send emails. Your teacher can ask for assignment and you can just email him or her. Also, the teacher can send questions and answers to the students. They learn using websites and videos. We have the e-learning. Also, students can research using online libraries. Then, how does ICT help CBC teachers? ICT lets teachers show videos, animations, and pictures. Number 2, it helps students do online exercises to understand better. Then we have the next question, guys. Paris discovered that her computer was giving erroneous messages and rebooting. Sometimes her computer could display a blue screen and hang. Give 2 causes of this behavior. 2 marks. Then the next question is, what do you understand with the term social engineering? 1 mark. Give 2 examples of phishing. So guys, we proceed. We have, why was Paris' computer acting strange? That is, errors and blue screen. So the answers provided is that it may have a virus. You know what is a virus? A part like random access memory or hard disk could be broken. This means that it had probably some hardware problems or improper connections, power connections. What is social engineering? Now, social engineering means tricking people to give personal or secret information. For example, I may come over and trick you so that I can get your PIN or even some passwords to your sensitive data. That is called social engineering. Then we have phishing. Now this one, we have the examples. Like for example, somebody may send a fake email asking for login details, fake message pretending to be from a bank or from a financial institution. Then we proceed. We are supposed to subtract this figure from that other figure. So the first thing is to arrange. You arrange the numbers from your right to left. Then remember that 10 minus 1 is 1. Then 1 minus 1 is 0. And then also 0 minus 1, you have to borrow. That is the principle behind it. Differentiate between soft copy and hard copy output devices while giving 2 examples in each case. 2 marks. The next question is, what is a deadlock? Show how operating system solves the deadlock. Then we have, give 2 reasons as to why Mudhoni thought it is wise to partition her hard disk. So here I am asking reasons for partitioning a hard disk, 2 marks. Differentiate between a window and an orphan as used in pagination. That is in Microsoft Word. We have 2 marks. Explain briefly the fetch decode cycle of the computer processor. 3 marks. Then question number 13. Fire broke out in Majimengi High School's computer lab. Mr. James, the computer teacher, rushed to fire extinguisher store. He found 3 types of fire extinguishers: water, gas, and powder. He chose gas. Give 2 reasons for this. Question number 14. Using a diagram, differentiate between network, flat file, and hierarchical database models. That is 3 marks. The last question in this section is, by help of examples, distinguish between absolute and relative cell addressing. Guys, let's proceed. We have now to see the answer here is given here. So this is the answer for this subtraction. What is the difference between soft copy and hard copy output? So soft copy is what you see on the screen, e.g. monitor or projector, whereas a hard copy is printed on paper, e.g. using a printer or a plotter. Basically, soft copy means something that is intangible, but hard copy means tangible. Then we had the next question, what is a deadlock and how does the operating system fix it? Now the answer is that deadlock happens when 2 programs wait on each other forever. Remember here, guys, the keyword is forever. This means it must be solved by the operating system. The operating system may stop one program or give one program the needed resource. So to solve the problem, the operating system must now stop one program or allow one of the programs to access the resource. Why did Mudhoni want to partition her hard disk? From the question, guys, we have to organize files better, to install 2 operating systems on one computer. Basically, the function of partitioning is to allow you to back up your files or organize your files better, or to install 2 operating systems or more than 1 operating system. Then we have the next question from Microsoft Word, that is in Form 2. Differentiate between a window and an orphan, that is in pagination. A window is the last line of a paragraph at the top of the new page, while an orphan is the first line of a paragraph left alone at the bottom of the page. This one you can practice, or you have ever experienced a situation whereby the last line of a paragraph becomes the first line in the next page. whereas it was supposed to be in the previous page, and often is vice versa. Then we have this one in Form 1, that is computer systems, processors as the subtopic, explain, fetch, decode, execute cycle. So fetch means to pick. So the processor picks an instruction. What is decode? Decode is understanding. The processor tries to understand the instruction picked. Then, once it understands, it now executes. Now, this means the processor does what the instruction says. After now, the whole stuff. Then we have question number 13. Why did Mr. James choose gas fire extinguisher? Answer number 1. Gas is safe for computers. Number 2, it does not damage machines or leave mess. For example, rusting, something like clogging or breaking of moving parts. Then we were supposed to differentiate between flat file, hierarchical, and network. So answers are as simple as given here. When we talk about a flat file, it is a one big table for all data. For example, you can create a student database where we have the student name, admission number, class, dormitory, the KCP marks, stuff like that. That means it is a one big table for all data. Hierarchy, on the other hand, it looks like a family tree. It is like a tree. Main items has sub-items. You can have something like now the county, then followed by the sub-county, sub-county followed by the locations, locations followed by the sub-locations, then villages. Something like that. Database of such kind is hierarchical. Network, on the other hand, items connect in many directions. Items connect in many directions. You can have product, supplier, customer, item itself, item price, such. That one will be now the network. Then you are supposed to differentiate between absolute and relative cell referencing. Absolute means it doesn't change, whereas relative means it keeps on changing. So absolute stays the same when copied. For example, we denote it by putting $ before and after the letter, like now $A, $1. Whereas relative, on the other hand, it keeps on changing when saved. When copied. If you copy equals A1 plus 2, it changes to A2 plus 2. This means it keeps on changing. It will now become A3 plus 3, such. That is absolute cell referencing. Then we proceed to section B. So explain the concept of OOP, that is object-oriented programming. We have 2 marks. List 2 examples of languages that use the OOP concept, 2 marks. Differentiate between a compiler and an interpreter. Remember, question 16 is compulsory and comes from Form 3. Interpret the following flowchart. You have our 6 marks. So we are supposed to interpret this flowchart, guys, whereby we have start, S equals to 1. Then you enter y. If s equals to 1, you enter y. Then the value of y is divided by 10. Then you check a condition or a decision is made. Is y greater than 10? If yes, s is printed. So the answer will be 1 in case y is less than 10. If no, then 1 plus 1 becomes 2. That means the value of s is incremented by 1. Write the pseudocode of the flowchart. So we proceed to question number 16. What is object-oriented programming, or OOP? So it is a way of writing programs where we think of things as objects. So when we talk about an object, it's an item. And when we write a program where we think of items, then we are creating an object-oriented programming. Each object has its own actions and information. So this is the concept of object-oriented programming. Then we are supposed to give examples. The popularly known examples, we have Java and Python. Then we are supposed to differentiate compiler and interpreter. Remember, this is in Form 3. Compiler changes the whole code into machine language before running, whereas interpreter changes and runs codes one line at a time. So the difference here is whole and one line at a time. Then we are supposed to explain what the flowchart does. So the flowchart explanation. This flowchart counts how many times the number of y can be divided by 10 until it is less than 10. It keeps increasing s every time y is divided. As simple as that. But you can use more words or different language. But the clear message is that the flowchart will count how many times the number y can be divided by 10 until it's less than 10. Then it keeps on increasing the value of s every time y is divided. Then we have the pseudocode, whereby s is equivalent to 1, input y, repeat y equals to y divided by 10, until s equals to, or s is incremented until y is less than 10, print s. So this is a simplified, pseudocode of that one. Then we proceed to the next question, question number 17. What is operating system 1 mark? Explain how an operating system controls input-output devices, 2 marks. Then we have maintaining security is one of the functions of the OS. Explain how the OS maintains security, 2 marks. What do the following control measures against computer crime involve? We have 5 marks. We have audit trail, data encryption, login files, passwords, firewalls. Then we have briefly explain what happens during power on self-test, into bracket POS, post. That is 3 marks. Explain the functions of complementary metal oxide semiconductor, that is the CMOS. So we proceed with the question number 17. What is an OS? It is the main program that controls the how computer works. Simple and clear. Just don't give so much stories. Just say an operating system is the main program that controls how the computer works. How does it control input-output devices? That is part 2. It helps the computer to talk to devices like the keyboard, mouse, and printer. Look at how I'm answering. I'm just giving precise and straight to point. How does it keep computers safe? It uses passwords and permissions to stop bad users from changing or seeing things. So here we are talking about permissions and passwords. That's how the operating system ensures security. On the other hand, control measures for computer crime, whereby we have checked audit trail, data encryption, log files, passwords, and firewalls. So audit trail keeps record of who did what in the system. Look at how the answers are. Who and what. What the guy who logged in did. Data encryption, this means it locks data so only the right person can open it. Simple and clear. Log files saves actions that happens on the computer. Passwords protect user accounts, whereby you cannot access an account if you don't have the credentials. Firewalls block bad or unsafe connections from the internet. It just blocks bad or unsafe connections. What happens during post? That is power on self-test. The computer checks if parts like keyboard, random access memory, and monitor are working. So basically, power on self-test is checking whether all the gadgets connected to the machine are functioning. What is CMOS? What does CMOS do? Or what CMOS does? Stores computer settings like date, time, and boot information. Basically, it keeps the memory of the date, time, and boot information. That's why when you open your machine, it doesn't forget dates and time. Question number 18. Define artificial intelligence, 1 mark. Explain the application of artificial intelligence in the following areas. Number 1, we have 6 marks. Natural language processing, robotics, expert system. B, give any 2 symptoms of following computer work-related disorders and 2 of methods of prevention. So here, just add the wrist pain and lumbago or backache. Computer vision syndrome can also be added here. Okay, let's use the ones that are in this page. So 1, we have computer vision syndrome, symptoms and prevention. You have 4 marks. Repetitive strain injuries, symptoms and prevention. We have 4 marks. Then you are supposed to subtract this from this. Then find the sum of binary numbers, this one and this one. We have 1 mark. Then convert binary number this into octal number system. Then we have convert binary number system this into decimal. Convert the following numbers to the decimal equivalent. Then evaluate this number plus this number plus this number. You have your 3 marks. Then using 1's complement, calculate 5 minus 9, using 6-bit in your calculation. So in this part, we have question number 18. What is AI or artificial intelligence? The answer is that it makes making computers act like smart humans. Simple and clear. Just makes computer act like smart humans. Use of AI. We have the area where we have natural language processing. Computers understand and reply to human language. Robotics. Machine do tasks like walking, cleaning, lifting. These are like smart humans. Expert system. Computer help in solving tough problems like doctors or engineers do. So the computer works like a human expert. Then we have now the computer-related problems. We have computer vision syndrome, CVS. Symptoms, eye strain, blurry vision. Prevention, take short breaks, use screen filters. You can also adjust screen brightness. Then we have repetitive strain injuries or RSI. Symptoms, pains in the fingers and wrists. Prevention, use proper posture, or you can also use ergonomic mouse and keyboard. You can also take breaks. This one will help. Then we have question number 19. This one for calculations, this one you need to do practice, and we say practice, make perfect. Explain the following types of data processing modes. We have batch processing, 2 marks. Real-time processing, 2 marks. We have differentiate between phased and parallel implementation methods. This is informed 3 system development. We have 2 marks. Then we have an Excel or spreadsheet application question. A student presented a budget in form of a worksheet as follows. We have the item and the amount. We have fare, stationery, bread, miscellaneous, and total. Hereby you can see we have A, B, C, and 1 to 6. Given that the value of 0.5 is typed in cell B9, write the shortest formula that would be typed in cell C2 and then copied down in column, obtain half the values of column B, 2 marks. Write 2 different formula that can be typed to obtain the total in cell B6 and then copied to cell C6. Then we have give any 2 components of a set rate, give 3 advantages of set rate. Then we can now go to our last question. So batch processing, this means that it collects data and processes it all at once at a later time. This is whereby, like now when the farmers who deliver milk, they get it written down and then they are paid at the end of the month. So it collects data and processes it or at once at a later date. Then we have real-time processing. Processing data is done immediately as it comes. For example, an ATM transaction. So processes data immediately as it comes. An example is ATM transaction. Then we have a question from Form Greece, system development, differentiated between phased and parallel implementations or changeover. Phased, add parts of the new system slowly. Now, phased means that the parts are added slowly. When one is understood, another one is added. When the other one is understood, another one is added. Whereas parallel, they run together. They use new and old system together before switching completely. So both the new and the old systems are run together. Just like we are happening, CBC and 844, they are running parallel as we phase one out. Then we have the spreadsheet formulas expected in your spreadsheet. We have formula number 1. Formula in C2 should be B2 times absolute B9 using cell B9 which has 0.5, sorry. To add values in B2 to B5, formula 1, which is sum B2, rather you can opt to add directly B2 plus B3 plus B4, B plus 5. Then components of a set rate, we have a dish, antennae, we have signal receiver, the one that looks like a ball. Then we have 3 advantages of set rates. Work in remote places, so you don't need cabling. They send signal very fast since there is no interference. Can cover a wider range since we have the aerial or the upper link. Then we have question number 20. Describe the mesh topology as used in networking. This is the first topic in Form 4. Give 3 advantages of the mesh. Give 2 examples of radio waves. Give 2 reasons why you would prefer fiber optic cables to any other. We have our 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks throughout. State 2 reasons for use of binary in digital technology. Explain the following terms as used in internet and emailing. www, Raster cyberbullying. So here we have mesh. It is a type of network where each computer connects to every other computer directly. This means no single point of failure. Fast connection, since the data transfer can take any route. That is fast connections. It is easy to expand since you don't need to disable one or to shut down one. So you just need to extend. Examples of radio waves, we have FM, that is the FM radio. You can talk about AM radio, examples of radio waves. Then we have why choose fiber optic, reasons for use of fiber optics other than other cables. They are very fast, they have very fast speeds. They are not affected by affected by electric noise. Then we have why binary is used in computers. Now we have Kcse for computer to understand, only 2 choices, 0 and 1. Matches how computer switches work, that is on and off. It works on a station of on and off. Then www, this stands for World Wide Web. It is part of the internet with websites and pages. Lastly, we have cyberbullying. This is when people are rude or hurt others using the internet. Basically, cyberbullying is talking rude or hurting others in the internet. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe, remember to like and share my videos. Remember, I'll be doing paper 2, Predictor series 1 and series 2. Series 1, we shall start with databases, that is the Microsoft Access, and spreadsheets, that is the Microsoft Excel. Keep in touch.